Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. I'm sitting down because this is the best angle I have right now for you to be seen, but also I don't want to be the first ever coach without a head narrating a video. So I don't want you to have a headless coach here. Coach Jason here. um, so last video I went over a 2-week or 14-day training cycle that you can repeat multiple times that addresses multiple things. Particularly after right now with the fall approaching us, and there being a lot of uncertainty as to whether cross country is going to happen, road races are going to open up. We just don't know what's going on right now, and it can get frustrating having trained for the whole entire summer to get in shape or to stay in shape or to kind of advance to fitness and get ready to compete. And I know it's frustrating. So this is a good 2-week cycle to help kind of transition towards racing again, because you could test yourself at any point in time during the cycle, whether it be at the end of the second week, or you can do it every 3 weeks, every 6 weeks, whatever you want to do. Okay, the last one I did was for middle distance runners who essentially train in the mile, 3K to 800, and so on and so forth. But during the fall, generally run some 5K or 6K cross country races to stay fit or to transition towards track season. Today I want to focus on the distance runners, okay, or even middle distance runners who run 8K and 10K cross country as well, and for the folks who run a little bit longer. So you'll notice some similarities between this and the other video, which is in the description down below, and you'll notice some similarities for both of them, but you'll also notice some differences too, because certain things are going to get longer because you're focusing on a longer race and so on and so forth. And again, this offers you an opportunity to test your fitness with a time trial as well, with a couple of team training partners or by yourself when a race doesn't present itself. So it gives you an idea of where your current fitness is, okay? And that's important actually, because let's say your current fitness is here, your goal fitness is here, right? What do you need to do to get from here to here? Well, one of the things that I recommend, and I say this in a lot of my videos, and I cannot emphasize this enough, the importance of training at the right pace ranges, okay, for everything based on your current fitness, okay? The last thing you want to do is get way ahead of yourself. And if you're like a 7-minute mile, the last thing you want to do is train with 5:30 milers, okay? Your recovery is not going to be the same as theirs if you're doing the same workout at the same pace, which will be hard enough as just at doing that. But the importance of training at the right paces for everything ensures that you're putting yourself in a position, or your athletes, to continue progressing, okay? That'll help you get from goal to from current to goal. Now, there's no time guarantee. There's nothing saying you're going to get there in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 10 weeks or 12 weeks. Sometimes it does happen. A lot of times it doesn't. But at the very least, you're doing it sequentially the right way. Okay? Now, do people progress faster than others? Some cases, yeah, absolutely. In which case, you make some adjustments to the training accordingly. But I highly encourage you to let races and time trials tell you when they're ready to start increasing the intensity of training. There's a 1-mile time trial, okay? I have a video in the description down below. I encourage you, if you haven't watched it, to watch the entire video. Don't pause it, write things down, and go to the next screen, pause and write things down. You will miss a lot of important detail. The 1-mile time trial gives you a lot of data and tells you where your current capabilities lie for certain events based on your 1-mile time trial, for longer events and shorter events. And there's another video that I'm going to put in the description down below of how to set the right training paces based on what you run for this 1-mile time trial. So that you can progress from, let's say you run 5 minutes and you want to run 4:40 by the end of the year, by the end of the season. What do you need to do to get from here to here? Okay? Those are important pieces, okay? Not everybody's going to do the same training, okay? But it's important to be training at the right training paces depending on where you're at. Plus, it gives you an opportunity to set training groups as well if you have a bunch of people that you're coaching, okay? It sets the right expectations, and it sets the right training paces for everybody. So, with that said, I want to go over this. It's a 14-day cycle. Like I said, it addresses a lot of things. It addresses hills for leg power, flat running for speed development, your aerobic component with the long runs and tempo runs and progression runs, your ability to withstand harder stuff, your threshold capacity with threshold running, and components of kicking or turnover at the end of like a tempo run and so on, which simulates finishing fast at the end of a race. So all are important things. And the more you do a multi-pace training system, the better you're setting yourself up for short-term and long-term success. So keep that in mind, all right? Let's go over this. I implement an off day every 14 days in this cycle, okay? So you can do it it depends on who you're working with, how old, how experienced, the lifestyle, whether it's 1 day a week or 1 day every 2 weeks or 3 or 4, whatever you feel is most appropriate, okay? And again, this is a repeatable cycle, and you'll see, I'll go over it cycle 2, cycle 3, and you'll see the progression of the workouts. The runs will generally stay the same, the distances. You can change them if you want, but I generally don't increase volume until I do a blocker training of about 4 weeks, okay, to give the body a chance to adapt for periodization purposes, okay? Rather than increasing or decreasing every week, it's important to stay at a certain level for a few weeks, adapt, and then make an adjustment, okay? So with that, let's get to it. Day 1, Monday, 6 miles easy, okay? Whether you're in work or school, I generally like to have Monday being an easy day. I'm not a big fan of Monday workouts. Now, that said, if you need to do them, you need to do them. But I like to have people ease into the week. First day of schools, or the first day of a school week tends to be a little bit more stressful, a little bit more aggressive than most. So, and that same goes for work as well. So, especially coming off of a long weekend. So, I like to kind of have an easy day on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, you'll see it circled. I have Tuesday and Friday workouts based on this particular schedule. Warm up 2 miles, drills and strides. Okay. And an 800 meter at tempo. How do you know what the tempo pace is? The 1 mile time trial will tell you. If you do a 1 mile time trial, I encourage you to have about 6 to 8 weeks of running, base running, and before you do that, because it'll give you an accurate indicator of your current fitness. Okay, I would not do it after not running at all, because it's not really going to give you an accurate indicator. So, but the 1 mile time trial will help you set paces for tempo training, easy runs, steady runs, and everything else as well. So, 800 meter at tempo with a 4-minute active recovery. I'm going to get back to the tempo in a second. And then 6 by 200 meter uphill runs, okay? Focusing on staying upright but leaning into the hill. Similar cadence as you would on the flats. Then granted, it might be a little bit slower because you're going uphill, but that's okay, okay? And then it's going to be a jog down recovery. So it's only 12 minutes of total uphill running, but it's all uphill, okay? And not every workout needs to be long, okay? So 6 of them for the first cycle, with a jog equal down recovery. When you're jogging back down, it's important to stay perpendicular as well, okay? So you're leaning into the hill instead of away from it, okay? When you're leaning back, it can put stress on your joints, particularly your Achilles. You want to avoid that. And being able to stay controlled as you're leaning into the hill, you may run a little bit faster, but if you can stay controlled, it's a good way of simulating a cross-country course, okay? So it's a jog equal recovery, 2 mile cool down on the back end, okay? Wednesday, 10 to 12 miles at a progression from easy pace to steady pace, okay? Thursday, 8 to 10 miles is an easy run, nice and easy. 4 by 200 meters on the back end with a 200 meter jog recovery, okay, at about 3K down to mile pace. Friday, workout number 2. Warm up 2 miles, drills and strides. 2 by 200 meters now at a jog equal recovery, or jog 200 meters at a particular pace as well. I'll get back to that too. And then a 4 mile progression run, okay? Generally you can progress, let's say, from steady pace to threshold pace. So you can do a little bit steady, a little bit tempo, a little bit threshold, as opposed to a continuous tempo run where the pace stays the same. Progression run means it gets faster throughout. It's a great way of simulating some training as well. And it gets you in the habit of not going out too fast in a race. It gets you in the habit of not going out too fast in workouts. That's the point of this. Okay, it's also to help increase your aerobic capacity, okay, your threshold, your ability to handle harder work. Okay, then on the back end, a 2 mile cool down. Now, the 200 and 800. 800 meter at tempo serves another purpose too. It elevates your heart rate, okay, and gets you ready for the harder bout. Okay, what that does, it improves the quality of your workout. You're ready to attack these hills because you've already done an 800 meter at tempo, which elevated your heart rate, got you loose, got you warmed up, and then it makes it easier to transition to the hills. It makes the workout better, okay? Now this one here, let's just say the pace average is 6 minutes, which means you'd be doing these in about 44 to 45 seconds. It helps you lock into the pace that you want to average, okay? If it's a tempo run, it's all 6 minutes, okay. If it's a progression run, you go from 6:10 to 6 minutes to 5:50. You could do 44, 45, or even 43. It helps you lock into the pace before starting the workout, so you're not having to use a portion of the workout to find the pace to get into it. If it's a 4 mile progression run, you don't want to take a mile and a half to figure out the pace. That's the purpose of these 200. Sometimes it might need to be a 400. Sometimes it might need to be 3 200s. Whatever works for you and your athletes. But it's a good way of doing it. It also helps elevate your heart rate and eases your transition into the actual workout, improving the quality of the workout. Okay? 2 mile cool down on the back end. Saturday, long run, 12 to 14 miles. Okay? And then on the back end, 5 by 50 meter strides. Simulate turning over after being fatigued after a long run. Okay? 8 miles easy on Sunday. Okay, so that's 7 days. Now let's keep going. Day 8 on Monday, 6 miles easy. Okay. Keep in mind you can do core and strength work at any point in time. I generally do Monday and Thursday on a non-race week or a non-time trial week. On a week that you race, I generally do it Mondays and Wednesdays. But what you feel is most appropriate. So Monday's an easy 6 mile day. Tuesday, workout number 3 of the cycle. 2 mile warm-up drills and strides. You repeat that 800 meter at tempo. Get the heart rate up. Do a 4-minute active recovery again. Now it's 8 by 2 minutes hard versus 1 minute easy. On the flats, slightly rolling, grass, open field, speed development, fartlek, okay? And then on the back end, 2 mile cool down. Okay? Mostly on the flats if you can. 10 to 12 miles on Wednesday, but now it's easy instead of an easy to steady progression, okay? 5 by 50 meter strides afterward. That's kind of your semi-long run of the week. And then 8 to 10 miles easy on Thursday. Okay, so 2 easy days in a row. Friday's workout. We're starting to work on number 4 of the cycle. 2 mile warm-up drills and strides. You do those 2 by 200 meter efforts again at tempo pace with a 200 meter jog recovery. 4 mile tempo. Let's just say that's at 5:20 per mile. So you can do them at like 39 or 40. Okay. If the tempo is at 7 minutes per mile, you're doing maybe 51 or 52 seconds each. Okay. You take a 4-minute recovery after the 4 mile tempo. Okay. And then on the back end, you do 4 by 400 meter efforts with a 1-minute recovery from 5K pace down to 3K pace. Okay. 2 mile cool down. That helps simulating. It's kind of starting to further drive from further out. Okay. And it's 5 miles of total running here. Okay. And you'll notice a pattern difference as we go on. Saturday, long run, we can beef it up a little bit, so 14 to 16 miles on Saturday, and then the following day, Sunday's an off day. Gives you a little bit of extra recovery from the long run, okay? So you see we've got 2 long runs, we've got a lot of recovery days. There's at least 2 days of recovery or easy days in between workouts. I have a workout the day before the long run, which is a great way, and then you can pad it with an off day afterward, okay? You see the Monday's always going to be easy. So this is what the 2-week cycle looks like. Now, think about it as week 3 and 4 now, okay? We're just going to make modifications to the workouts, okay? So weeks 3 and 4, workout number 1, you do the same tempo, 800 meters, 4-minute active recovery. Instead of doing 6 by 2-minute uphill runs, now you bump it up to 8, okay? 16 minutes of total running with the same jog down recovery, same cool down, okay? Workout number 2, okay? On Friday, the same 2 by 200 meter efforts at tempo to threshold pace, jog equal recovery, but now you go from a 4 mile progression run to a 5 mile progression run, okay? That's workout number 2, so it gets a little bit longer. You could also repeat the 4 mile progression run, try to run it a little bit faster than you did last time. Again, it's up to you. I like to use this to kind of build, especially if it's early season. That way it's an easy transition after you repeat the cycle like 2 or 3 times. It's an easy transition into other things, okay, into harder workouts, okay? So that's the progression run. Workout 3, the following Tuesday. This is week 4. The same 800 tempo, 4-minute active recovery, but now we're going from 8 by 200 meter hard to 9 by 2 minutes hard. 2 minutes. With a 1-minute easy recovery jog in between. Okay? So 8 to 9 reps. And workout 4 on Friday. After your same warm-up drills and strides, 2 by 200 meter efforts at tempo pace. We're bumping you up from a 4-mile tempo to a 5-mile tempo, as long as you can handle it. Your athletes can handle it. But on the back end, we're going to, since the tempo is getting longer, the reps afterward are going to get shorter. So we're going to go from 400s to 4 by 300 meter efforts with a 100 meter jog at about 3K pace. Okay? Maybe the last one closer to mile pace. All right? So that's workout number 4. This is weeks 3 and 4. Okay? Let's go to cycle 3, weeks 5 and 6. Okay? Let's say we did the cycle 3 times. Now, workout number 1, week 5, the same 800 meter tempo, 4-minute active recovery. Now we're going from 6 uphill runs in cycle 1 to 8 in cycle 2. Now we're going to 10 of them in cycle 3. 10 by 2-minute uphill runs with a jog down recovery. Okay. Workout number 2 on Friday. Same 2 by 200 meters with a jog equal recovery. Going from 4-mile progression run in cycle 1 to 5 in cycle 2 to now a 6-mile progression run in cycle 3. Okay, some of you folks may need to go 4, 4.5, 5. That's fine too. Okay, but I try to get up to the distance of these races at the very least for the progression runs and the tempo runs. Okay, but again, some more speed-oriented athletes may be better off doing the 4-mile one 3 times in a row and running it faster each time. It really depends. Okay, so that's 6-mile progression run on Friday, and the last part of cycle 3, week 6. You do that same 800-meter tempo, okay, for workout 3 on Tuesday. And instead of 8 by 2 minutes hard in cycle 1 and 9 in cycle 2, you bump it up to 10 by 2 minutes hard in cycle 3 with a 1-minute jog recovery after each one. Okay? And the same 2-mile cool down. And for the 4th workout, Friday, you do the same warm-up drills and strides, 2 by 200-meter efforts at tempo with a jog equal recovery. Get the legs moving, get the heart rate up, lock into that pace, okay? And then, so it was a 4-mile tempo in cycle 1, 5 in cycle 2, bump it up to 6-mile tempo in cycle 3. And again, same thing. If you need to be 4, do it 3 times, that's fine. Or if you can go 4, 4.5, 5, that's fine too. It depends on the fitness of your athletes and their age and so on and so forth. So you have a lot of options, but you're progressing either way. You're doing it faster or longer, okay? But since we're doing them longer, I'm shortening up the things we do on the back end. So now it's 6-mile tempo run with a 4-minute active recovery, and then 4 by 200 meters efforts with a jog equal or jog 200-meter effort at mile pace or slightly faster than mile pace. Okay, so now you have the workouts. On here, it tells you what to do during the 2nd cycle. It's right next to the actual workout. You can keep the runs the same and just repeat that. This gives you an idea of an easily repeatable 2-week cycle that you can progress along the way, and it'll give you an idea. Okay, it'll tell you, okay, I'm doing these reps, I'm covering more ground, I'm doing more of them, and I feel good, I'm recovering better, my heart rate's lower. It tells you, a lot of those things tell you how your fitness is improving, okay? Keep in mind, obviously, to hydrate and fuel and rest as much as you can, because that's an important role in actually allowing these things to happen, okay? But this is an easy cycle to copy, repeat, modify into your own, which is why I wanted to share it with you today. I've used cycles like this in over the last 2 decades as a coach at the high school, college, and post-collegiate level. I also competed at all those levels as well. And I'm also a USATF certified coach. You'll see the credential on my profile of the channel. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. If you like content like this as a coach or an athlete, and you just want to see fully detailed stuff that you can dissect, maybe get some ideas on different workouts and different things, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out the 100+ videos that I put out already. And if there's something that I haven't put out, let me know in the description down below, okay, or in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to get to work on it, okay? I learn from my athletes and coaches just as much as they learn from me, so I want to share with as much info as I can with the running community and help make this into one of the better channels out there. So, again, if you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. Even if you don't plan on subscribing, hitting the thumbs up would be greatly appreciated and very helpful to the channel. So, thank you either way. And to my regulars, thank you so much. And be safe out there, okay? Remain smart. Be patient, okay? Embrace the pain and the patience. And I'll talk to you next time.